Well, hello everybody. This is Dave Burkus for another episode of Burkonomics. Today's subject, have you fallen into the buggy whip trap? Surely you've heard of the buggy whip analogy. A business making those necessary items ignored the sign of progress and found itself without a market. Perhaps this happened to you or to swordsmiths upon the invention of the rifle, and certainly the makers of cassette tapes upon the dawn of the CD, and CDs with the advent of streaming. Well, I found myself in the middle of such a slow-rolling change twice in my career. First, in the late 1960s, well, yes, I know it's a long time ago, there were 31 record manufacturing plants in Southern California. Mine was only one of those. And by 1975, there were only 2. And mine was one of those. That is sudden change brought about by the fast acceptance of the cassette, which in turn gave way to the next technology, CDs, after a rather short life cycle. Record plants were noisy, dirty places using chemicals I can only imagine now rest somewhere in the ocean to electroplate the stampers and press the records. Cassettes, in contrast, could be manufactured in small rooms with much less expensive equipment and no damage to the environment. The second time I learned about the buggy whip lesson was at the dawn of the personal computer age, and at this time we guided our firm without a hitch to many computers and from many computers to network PCs, even growing the business as we gave up the lucrative $100,000 hardware sales in return for service fees to network our customers' systems, install the database, and migrate to customer-purchased desktops and servers. Today, the speed of obsolescence is even faster. Here it is not so many years later, and the signs are even more subtle, and the speed of obsolescence is much faster. Take, for example, the public's quick acceptance of Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and other social networking ports, leaving early leader MySpace wondering what happened to their comfortable lead and large fan base. With rapid sharing of installation and recommendations, a fickle public can change the mass preference seemingly in an instant. The big question, how do you spot the real thing? How do you spot the buggy whip trap and differentiate it from a simple business cycle slump? The answer is simple, but somehow out of reach for most senior executives and entrepreneurs. Microtrends seem to be a whisper, as mini trends follow with leading adopters making a bit of noise. If it is the leading adopter founders and managers that take the chance on new technologies, new companies, and new styles and new idioms, they are the ones who will win. That is why so many larger companies pay special marketing firms to find, court, and listen to those individuals who lead the pack in taste and action. What? You have no consultants? Well, consider the alternative. For those of us who don't have the resources to hire those expensive consultants, market trend-watching firms, and others, there are simpler yet effective opportunities. Usually, technology and style trends begin with the ages between 15 and 23, and which of us doesn't have at least one close relative or child at or near those ages? Have you ever asked for an hour of such a relative's time to discuss what's cool, or what's coming, or must have in their lives? Resist your resistance to change. It is human nature to protect your investment of money and time and brand in your enterprise. That leads naturally to a resistance to change and inability to willingly move to replace your own product with something new that will kill its revenues. But we all know that if we don't do something like that when offered the evidence of product or even industry obsolescence, someone else will jump in and fill the void. Think carefully for a moment. Are you investing in your own form of buggy whip product or service today? This is Dave Burkus for Insights from Burkonomics. See you next time.